Ready? Okay. All right. I want to say hello today to everyone that's here, and this gathering couldn't be much better timed for what I'm about to say. And this is probably one of the worst kept secrets out there, but it's an honor today to be able to tell all of our people this, all those that are watching, able to watch, those that will be able to get to watch later. And I couldn't do it any faster than this. And but it's my pleasure on behalf of the Ponca Tribe, Tribal Council, that we were notified officially that the National Indian Gaming Commission has approved our casino project in Colorado. Yes, it's a lot of tears are warranted, definitely. Just to give you a little bit of a history and what happened here, the National Indian Gaming Commission basically reaffirmed their, check this date, December 31st of 2007 is when they first made the decision that we could game. So we're coming on 10 years of that being overturned, the appeal process to get us to where we are today. And I know many of you have heard me say this during my time as chairman previously, and this time now. This has been a marathon, and not one that I care to have again by any means. But I've also said I'll take a slow yes to a fast no. And I really want to give all of those that have been involved with this process, tribal council members previously, a special acknowledgement to Fred Leroy, Yidonge, and the work that he did, and to all those that But I also want to say a special thank you to our legal team. We've had in different formats, different ones, but first and foremost, James Majesto with his work to help us get to this point, to help us fight and stay alive. Because at one point during this process, we were told no and we thought we were done. And if it wasn't for the work that they've done, and with him in different times, we've had a tribal member who was an attorney that worked on this case too, Katie Morgan. So I want to give both of those acknowledgement and being with us the whole steps of the way. So I'd like to give them a round of applause too. So 10 years we've been waiting, and so what does that mean now? So now it's somebody told me yesterday, you know, what's one of the best days in your life? I said getting this gaming decision. And they said, what's the worst day in your life? Getting this gaming decision. Because now it's going to be a lot of work, but a lot of good work, and a lot of good work that our people have done. And really to just talk about what's that mean for us as a whole, as a tribal nation moving forward. You know, it means self-sufficiency for our people, for all those that suffered when our tribe was terminated. And here we are 27 years later after our reinstatement, and we're still fighting for what's our rights and what was taken away from us. Strong tribal government to allow our tribal nation to be strong, sovereign, and exercise all of our sovereign rights in every way that we can. And it's sorry to say that, but it takes money to do that. And sometimes we haven't been able to make those tough decisions and fight those tough fights because we've lacked those financial resources. And this will help us continue to fight what's right for our people. And you know, the expanded economic development and self-sufficiency for all of our people, providing jobs, not just gaming-related jobs, but what we do with those resources that we get from those gaming dollars. How do we invest those in our people to provide more programs that allow them to be self-sufficient, to do what they want, to not rely on some of our services that we have here. And so they can do what they want, choose what they want to do, have the jobs that they want to do. And that's what we want to do with this economic development that will be created with what the casino will do for us. And so just to kind of give you a quick history, I know it's been so long, some of us have forgotten. I've forgotten some of the steps involved. But, you know, December 31st, 2007 is when we got that decision. You know, and we've been fighting it for several years before that, just to get to that point. And once that decision was rendered, New Year's Eve celebrations were very good that year, but it's been an uphill battle ever since. And we have a lot of detractors. We'll still have detractors from us, but in those 7 years since it went to the appeals court, we've seen many things change. You know, we've gone through the economic downturn, the recession, and what that meant on our people. And we've dug out of that. And we've been in a strong position because of the people that we have working for us, our staff, and all the things that they do, the due diligence that they look at the grants and the funding that we get, making sure that we're always in a good place. And we never would have made it through those tough times without having that strong financial foundation. And this just is another building block on top of that. And so now we can talk about real growth, real change, real development for our people in all of our areas, and what that does for us. That decision 10 years ago in the making, has cost us tens of millions of dollars. Tens of millions of dollars. If we take a conservative approach, we've lost about $10 million a year, potentially. And then when you add on it, that's jobs that we lost for our people, programs that could have been developed, all of those compounding factors. And so we can sit back and look at that and say, what if? But I choose and I challenge all of us to say, here we go. And what are we going to do with it now? And how do we build and be strong as we move forward, make those tough decisions to help build our programs? And it's great to be able to do this today. I asked Brett to come to Lincoln so I didn't have to drive. He said, well, we're having this group. I said, well, this is good, because this kind of venture allows us to help develop our programs. And here today we have the diabetes program, and we look at what that does for our people and all the impact that that has. We're in an administration that's looking to cut that funding. So if they cut it, guess what? We can take care of that ourselves now. That's self-sufficiency. That's sovereignty. That's what that allows us to do. Our circle of elders, who've long been overlooked, we can now help that program, build that program. We just started an elders council, and we talk about having a hard time funding, but we're doing it. This kind of economic input for us is a game changer for all of our programs. Housing, economic development, all of our programs that we have within the tribe. Let's put money toward our culture, our language, true self-sufficiency, true sovereignty. And that's what this means for us. As we grow those programs, and we look at employment, as those programs that we provide, employment within them, not just the casino, but especially the casino, and what that will mean for us. We're here in this room, and those back home can't see this very well, but you see how packed this room is. This isn't what we should have. We should demand the best for our people. And so we're packed in this room. For those that can't feel it, it's hot. Some people smell better than the others. A little close. But we're looking at a 188,000 square foot facility that we were moving down the road to look at how we pay for that before we even had a gaming decision. But we were making them kind of decision. Now, the game's changed. Our finance director will agree, right? Agreed. And so it puts us in a much stronger position. And there's things that we don't have to. Thank you. There's decisions and there's programs that we don't have to say it's either or. It's how do we do it all? And that's a strong position to be in. So that new Omaha clinic and that whole facility, we're looking at a $25 to $30 million price tag. And we couldn't figure out, well, we couldn't. We were working on how do we pay for that? How do we service that? To provide the services that we can. And we're in such a great position now to say, we've had some of those answers come to us on that before the casino. Now we can say, now we're safe. And what's that mean to us? It's huge. It's huge. Excuse me. Spent a lot of time working on this.
Well done, Chairman.
Yes.
Well done.
Thank you. And we're not done yet. We got more work to do. I think the easy part's done. I think we'll have a longer fight over what the name of it is. And that's a good fight to have. Let's have that fight. But look, it's such a good day for us, and I wish we could do this, bring all of our people together, have one location, but as you know, that's just not how our tribe is set up, because we're all spread out, Norfolk, Columbus, Niobrara, Sioux City, Omaha, Lincoln, every point in between. And so this is the fastest way we could get the information out. This isn't the end by any means. There'll be a lot more information coming, but I wanted to tell our tribal citizens the news as fast as we could, and this was the way to do it. I also wanted to make sure that we took time to thank all of those people that served on tribal council that made some of these decisions. I was able to talk to tribal council yesterday by phone and wanted to talk to them in person. We have differences. We all don't agree, but we can agree that this is how important this is for our people. And it's been like making sausage a little bit. It's an ugly process, but the end result is very good. And that's where we're at now. And the future's bright for the tribe. It's still going to be tough moving forward. We're going to fight the fight, and we're going to continue to grow and continue to look at ways to help our people and all across the programs and services of the tribe. So I just wanted to share that today, and we'll have more information moving forward, and as we get it, we'll get it out to you. And while I have you here today, I just wanted to also say the other fight that we're fighting is the Keystone Pipeline. They're making that decision. The Public Service Commission is making their decision on Monday morning, and we'll find out whether they approve that or not. One way or the other, we're ready to fight either way, and we're hopeful that luck is on our side this month. Maybe we'll get another good decision there too. And so thank you all for what you do and for being here, and we look forward to talking with you more as we move forward. So with that, Katega, we belong.